If you want to box like Lomachenko, you have to drill like he does. Loma's angles are all about rhythm, timing, deception, and staying unpredictable. That's exactly what you're going to build in today's workout. All right, guys, let's get ready to warm up, okay? Our first warm-up drill, we're gonna march in place just like this. And I know we're in a more squared up stance to start, okay? But it's all gonna make sense later, I promise, or at least I hope so, okay? So again, this one's really just getting the calves nice and ready to move a little quicker, to be explosive, okay? With this, we're not bringing our knees up really high. We're just lifting our toes up and tapping on the ground, okay? Let's go. I need about 10 more seconds of this one. And for the warm-up, we should be moving really slow and smooth. We're not going too fast yet. We're not trying to kill ourselves yet. We're just trying to get the body ready and warmed up to box. Next, we're gonna do our boxer bounce. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bounce up on the toes in our squared up stance. It's kind of like we're jumping rope, except our feet aren't together. So it's the same rhythm, it's the same movement, okay? I want you absorbing your weight. You're up on the toes on this one. Your heels aren't slapping the ground, guys, okay? There we go, 10 seconds here. And again, we're just getting the legs, the hamstrings, the calves really nice and warmed up and ready to create those Lomachenko angles, okay? Next one, we're gonna do our four-way step drill. We are in our stance now. You're gonna step forward and back, step back and back, step to the left and back, step right and back. Basically, we're stepping in all directions, bringing the foot back, stepping again. Right, forward, back, left, back. This is really gonna get us used to making that step before we do our Lomachenko shift. And just getting us warmed up a little bit more in a different plane and just mixing it up. You can see that I'm out of breath already a little bit here. Yeah, there we go, guys. Keep it going nice and smooth, right? With this one, you can kind of mix it up any way you want, as long as you're getting all angles in, okay? The next one, what we're gonna do in our stance, we're gonna kind of hop and swivel all the way around. Right, so I'm in sort of a southpaw stance here. I'm gonna hop up and swivel. And I should be saying drop. I want you guys to drop more than hop. I don't wanna go up to go down. Make sure you stick the landing. Rotate, rotate, right? I'm in a southpaw stance, orthodox. Southpaw, orthodox. One more each. Time, guys, good, relax. Relax, whew. So we should be starting to feel the legs kind of warmed up a little bit more here. We got the blood flowing. We got the heartbeat raising a little bit, okay? This is way more beneficial for you guys than jumping rope because you are actually in more of a wider boxing stance, even though we're squared up, right? But once we get into our actually boxing stance, whether you're right-handed like me or a southpaw like Lomachenko, okay? Rarely are we doing boxing in the ring like this. Like, I'm not hopping around, right? They're in the ring, they're bouncing on their toes at times, and at times they're a bit more flat-footed, a bit more steady, okay? So keep breathing, guys. Walk it around, shake it out. For this drill, we're gonna be in our squared stance for this one. Our knees are bent. What we're gonna do is kind of hop and swivel our feet, right? You could tell from here that I'm in an actual boxing stance if I'm right-handed, right? We're gonna return back to our squared stance here. I know it's not our actual boxing stance. Then we're gonna swivel our feet the other way. So if I'm a southpaw like Loma, I'm gonna be in that left-handed stance, okay? Every time we're just gonna return like this, guys, and we're gonna swivel the feet, okay? While we're doing this one, we wanna make sure we're on the balls of the feet, but we're not up on the toes, right? When we land here, you can see I'm not a southpaw, I'm a right-hander. My toes should be a bit more straight like that, right? I don't want to skateboard too much, okay? We're going to return. When I land, I'm kind of absorbing the ground a bit, okay? Because eventually we're going to add punches to this. This drill is really going to help us getting used to rotating our hips once we really make that Lomachenko angle, okay? We kind of have to prepare the body to do something a little different, okay? And with this, we're trying not to jump up to go down. It's like I'm sort of dropping, where I'm getting lower. I'm getting more athletic. I'm just checking the time over here. Give me 2 more, guys. Nice, right? So we're in our squared stance, and we're gonna kind of drop and swivel into our boxing stance. 1 more each side, guys. Let's do it. And I know on this one we're past a minute a bit, but that's okay. We're putting in those extra reps. All right, the next drill, we are going to slip and step to the side, and then we are going to swivel and hop into our boxing stance, okay? I'm gonna say drop. I like the word drop into it, okay? We are gonna go both ways on this one. So again, reset back to your stance, right? I'm gonna slip and step to my left this time. And I'm gonna drop in and swivel my hips, right? Now I'm a left-handed fighter like Lomachenko. We're gonna reset back to the center, slip and step, right? This is starting to make sense a little bit more, I hope, guys, right? And a lot of the Loma stuff is just like the Mike Tyson stuff. I call this a Tyson for code, right? So we're gonna slip and step, swivel back in place, okay? You guys, the camera right now is my opponent, right? Slip and step, and I'm gonna swivel, okay? And you can see how we're kind of lining up to throw a backhand eventually, okay? And we're just breaking this down so you can learn it at home a little bit easier. Slip and step, they throw a punch, I'm off the line. I swivel, right, and I'm putting myself in position to throw that rear hand. Back into position, slip and step, swivel. And remember, for these first rounds, we're going really slow and technical. This is our technical round, our skill building round, okay? Next one, we're gonna push it game speed and really let loose. Slip, step, drop, right? You can call this a shift, a swivel, right? I call this a Loma just because we're talking about Loma here. Slip and step, and you're gonna Loma to the right, okay? Loading that right hand, right? Slip and step, and Loma to the right. This would be the right, actually. That way would be the left. All these southpaw shit got me all backwards and turned around. We're gonna slip and step, and we're gonna Loma to the right. So what we're gonna add now is I'm gonna slip and step to my left. I'm gonna Loma to my left, and I'm gonna throw my rear hand, okay? After I come back to position, I'm gonna slip and step to my right, Loma to my right, and I'm gonna throw my rear hand. So I'm throwing 2 crosses here, okay? And again, we're starting in the more squared up stance just to give us some versatility to learn both ways. So depending on if you're a right-hander or you're a southpaw, you can still work on this, right? It's not just for southpaws. Slip, step, cross, okay? Again, we're resetting back to position here, putting in the reps. Instead of just walking around and wasting time, we're trying to learn this specific thing, okay? So we're slipping and stepping. We're gonna Loma to the left and throw that cross. We're trying to really brace yourself with that landing. And you're really trying to get your body ready to punch once you hit that Loma left or right. So we're gonna slip and step off the line. We're gonna swivel the hips, drop into it, throw that rear hand, okay? And it's starting to look and feel like Lomachenko, hopefully a lot more for you guys. Hopefully this is all making sense to you guys. We're here, slip and step, Loma left, cross. Reset back to position. These rounds are gonna go a little bit longer because we're learning a little bit more, guys, and I'm okay with that. We're not really working that hard, right? But we're learning and we're trying to get the skill down. So it's not about the effort put in, it's about doing it the right way and getting ready to work out and put more effort in once we actually kind of get this, okay? So we're gonna slip and step, and we're gonna Loma left and cross. One more to our right. Slip and step, Loma right, cross. Really good, guys. And like I said, you guys are my center line, my camera, my opponent down the middle, okay? And once we actually get in this boxing stance and we do it from there, right, you can see I create more of an angle now, and it's gonna make a lot more sense. Whether you're a southpaw doing it or you're an orthodox. Yo, by the way, if you're liking these type of follow along workouts, we got a lot more inside of my free community. with more structured drills, workouts, and tips and breakdowns. I'm gonna drop the link down below. Go ahead and check that out if you guys are into it. A lot of boxing too in the beginning is just trying to figure out how to sort of brainwash ourselves so we can learn the movement better. And then we can kind of learn why we do it and then how to implement it. When you should do it, when you shouldn't do it, excuse me. But in the beginning, it's just like, how do we break this down in the simplest way possible? All right, so for our next round coming up, we're gonna speed things up. These are gonna be our game speed rounds, right? The other ones was more of like technical, skilled, and slow learning it, okay? Now that we got the feel for it, we're gonna repeat those 3 drills, but we're gonna try to speed it up a little bit. We're gonna go game speed, we're gonna go a little faster, okay? Don't worry if you guys mess up, you're gonna mess up a lot. Try to reset yourself, gather yourself. It's not a race here to keep up. That's why I might go over on these rounds a little bit more than 3 minutes, just so we can learn it a bit more, right? The goal is to get better. The goal is to not just work out, okay? So we're gonna start in our squared up stance, and we're gonna drop and swivel our hips. Okay, we're gonna reset back to center, drop and swivel our hips the other way, okay? Again, resetting, I'm on the balls of the feet, I'm ready to drop, I'm explosive, I'm bending my knees, I'm absorbing my weight with these. You can see I'm kind of moving my floor around here because I'm putting so much weight and pressure in my feet. Okay, reset here. That's kind of like our little break in between, ready to go, drop and shift, okay? And again, this would be a Loma left. And this would be a Loma right. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Sometimes I get a little turn around with this southpaw orthodox shit. Reset back in your stance, up on the balls of the feet. We should not be on the tippy toes. I need 2 more each, guys. Reset. Reset. Make sure you stick that landing. That way, when we want to throw a punch, we're already there. We're already set up. Next game speed drill. We're going to slip and step outside, and then we're going to Loma to our left. Reset. Slip and step outside to your right. Loma right, okay? Let's get this going and let's speed it up. Slip, step, Loma, okay? Sometimes I'm gonna be going so fast where I can't speak it, I can't call it. You guys are just trying to follow along with me at home. If you're having trouble, pause it. Repeat round 1 where we go a little bit slower, right? Slip, step, Loma. Reset back here, slip, step, Loma, okay? You guys, again, are my opponent, that camera angle, right? That's where I'm getting that angle from, right? And you see, we're getting a lot of force into it. We're using that head movement to set up that step, to get our momentum going, and really transfer weight, okay? And you can see, it's like I gotta hold back, throwing that backhand, right? Because it's just natural. It loads it really well. Reset, I need 1 more each, guys. Reset back, 1 more time to our left. So this one, we are slipping and stepping outside, swiveling, dropping, shifting, and throwing that rear hand, okay? And remember, this is our game speed 1, so we're trying to speed this up a little bit. Right, so it has 1, 2, 3 steps in it. We slip and step, and Loma left. Then we slip and step, Loma right. And you can tell, it doesn't matter what hand I am, if I'm a southpaw or orthodox, we're getting in reps both ways because you have to be able to shift both sides if you want to be a complete fighter, okay? Remember to reset, okay? And if you're not ready to go on my count, then you go on your own pace. Okay, push yourself. Everyone's at a different level with this. And if this is really challenging, you're gonna go back again and watch it again and really take it in and drill it a little bit more before you come back for the follow along workout, okay? Reset, you're gonna slip and step, backhand, okay? Slip and step, backhand. Good job, guys. Let's go. I need 2 more. And you can hear my breathing, my cadence is 1, 2, 3, right? That's how we can kind of know if we're on beat here with the breathing. Keep it going, guys. I need one more each. Let's go. Good. Last one. Push it. Let's go. Stick that landing. Time. Whew. Good work, guys. Great round. Whew. That one's got me sweating a bit. Got me moving a bit. It's a little hot in my garage. Okay, you guys are going to move around wherever you're at. Okay, if you're outside, at the gym, in the garage, the basement, okay? Whew. You're going to try to calm the breathing down a little bit, okay? That one's good because it gets you moving fast. It gets you moving explosively. It's aggressive, right? It's very athletic movement, okay? So it gets the heart rate up a little bit, you know, gets the feet conditioned to move, to bounce around, you know what I mean? And it also gets us creating those Loma angles and then attacking after, right? The angles are no good if we're not punching after. If we're just using them to escape and stuff, that's cool and stuff like that, but we want to use them to attack and counter with, right? Or if you're stuck on the ropes, this stuff can really come in handy in those ways also. All right, we're coming up to round number 3, okay? This one, again, this is where we're gonna do a new series, a new set of 3 drills for our round. We're gonna learn it a bit more technical to start, and then we'll speed it up for our game speed round, okay? So I'm gonna have my shoe in the center here, and this is just kind of give me a target, a center line to kind of go with, okay? I have to check my notes here to remember what the hell we're doing. There we go, exactly. So we're gonna go Loma, bop, 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 boom, boom. Okay, got it, okay. So we have our target in the middle. If you don't have a shoe or a cone or cup, just like make a mark on the floor with something, right? Visualize something, okay? This one, we're gonna start in our right-handed stance, okay? If you're a southpaw, join us in this stance because we're gonna switch it to your stance in a little bit, okay? We're gonna get going in 5 seconds, okay? Let me double check the clock. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to slip and we're gonna Loma to the left and we're gonna throw that cross with the right, okay? From there, we're gonna reset our feet a little bit because we end up in a more squared stance when we're doing this. We are going to slip and Loma again and land that rear cross. Now, this should be making sense where I'm just literally going around in a circle. I'm gonna slip and I'm gonna Loma shift to my left and throw my rear hand. Resetting my feet again. So when Loma does this, he ends up squaring up his feet a little bit, right? So he's here and here. He's not perfectly back in his stance, right? And there's a reason for that too. So he could throw both hands equally, plus it's just the angle, right? He's getting the advantage of his opponent, so he's not there to be hit, okay? We're gonna go around one more time, guys. We're gonna slip and Loma, left, cross. Reset your feet back to your normal stance. Slip, Loma, cross. Reset your feet. Again, this is the learning technical round. We're gonna slip, Loma, cross, okay? Some of these athletic moves are even harder to do it slower. But I want you guys to focus on what we're doing, okay? For the next minute, we are going to do the opposite all the way around. So southpaws, we're in your stance now, right? I don't want to hear anybody complaining now that we're fighting like a southpaw. Okay, so we're gonna slip and we're gonna Loma to the right, throw a left cross. Reset our feet back to our target like I'm fighting that shoe. I'm gonna slip and I'm gonna Loma into that rear cross again. Okay, you could tell that I'm not a southpaw and I'm not as good at going this way, right? Slip, Loma, cross. Reset your feet back to our target. So again, it's a slip outside of that line where that shoe is. I'm gonna shift, which I call a Loma, right, to my right, because I'm going the direction of my right hand, if that makes sense, guys. We're gonna go one more time around. I'm gonna slip, I'm gonna shift, cross. Reset at my target. I'm gonna slip, Loma right, and cross. Again, reset. The reason we're going around in a circle is so we can get the reps in. So you're not walking back to the starting line every time. So that's not gonna be as realistic. Slip off the line, shift, cross, okay? Again, that shoe is my opponent. I'm gonna slip off the line, get that angle. My opponent's still there, but now I have a little bit of an angle on him. And I'm gonna throw that cross down the middle. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to alternate. Okay, so we have our marker there. We're in a right-handed stance here. I'm going to slip and step here. Okay, now I'm going to Loma. Then I'm going to get into my southpaw stance. I'm going to slip and Loma right, cross. I'm going to reset back to that target, slip and Loma left, cross, okay? It should be making sense a little bit on this one, I hope. So at least, guys, slip, step, Loma, shift, cross. The reason we're going both ways is because it's going to work on our agility, whether you're a right-hander or a southpaw. For these set of drills that we're doing today with the Lomachenko, I have the timer up, but it's taking a lot more like technical teaching and explaining. So we're not really going by the 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute for a 3-minute round. Okay, because I got to ramble on a little bit more. I have to explain it a bit more. And this is kind of how it would work if you guys were here in person training with me, right? So I'm enjoying this way of coaching a little bit more, guys. I hope you guys are liking these follow along workouts as well. Drop me a comment if you're like, nah, I hate them, make them shorter, you know, make it more digestible. Or if you're like, yeah, I like them, okay? Because my goal with these is to not just get you to watch boxing and get excited about boxing. It's to get up off your couch and start training boxing, right? When I was younger, I used to save a bunch of videos and playlists and kind of get that dopamine hit of like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it. And then I would never do it, right? So I had to follow along with fights. I would put on fights and just follow along, right? And there wasn't too many boxing workouts and drills that I could do that were technical. It was more just like cardio, bullshit, aerobic stuff, right? And that's good for fitness and stuff, and it gets a lot of people into boxing. But I wanted something a bit more technical. I wanted to fight like the pros. I wanted to box like the pros. That's why I call my group that, right? I'm just making this for my younger self. I wish I had this. I wish, you know how many hours I had to watch of film studying this shit? Like so many. So many. I could have learned the fast way like you guys right now watching this right now, okay? But that is what it is, okay? All right, so this is our last round. This one is the speed round. We're gonna take the previous 3 drills and we're gonna do them again. We're gonna do them faster, more explosive, less talking, less breaking in between, okay? You're gonna try to keep up as best you can. Okay, the first one is we're gonna slip, Loma left, and cross, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, and the clock's gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Slip, Loma left, cross. When we Loma, we should end up pointing back as much as we can at that glove, cup, whatever you have in the middle, guys. Slip, Loma, cross. Slip, Loma, cross. Slip, Loma, cross. Make sure you're getting your head off the line, guys. Slip, Loma, cross. If you mess up your feet or you end up a little bit too squared, you can fix them. Slip, Loma, left, cross. Make sure to swivel your hips back towards that glove. Let's go. Picture that punch coming. Slip, angle, right? We're escaping like a magician, right? Slip, Loma left, cross. Slip, Loma left, cross. Slip, Loma, cross. Reset a little bit. 2 more, guys. All right, next drill, we're gonna switch into our southpaw stance and go the opposite way around. Slip right, Loma right, cross. Let's get it going, guys. And this one's a little trickier, even for me, because I'm a right-hander, so I gotta re-square up my feet a little bit so I'm not too open. I'm not too squared, opened up wide. There we go. Slip, Loma, cross. Slip, Loma, cross. And again, you're gonna swivel those feet so you're back pointing at your target. Slip, Loma, cross. slip, Loma, cross. Let's pick it up, guys. Stick that landing. Fix your feet if you have to. Let's go 3 more. Ah, that was a little sloppy. I can do better. There we go. One more good one. All right, the last drill in the round, we're gonna alternate back and forth now. We're gonna start in our right-handed stance. Okay, I'm gonna go here for this one. We're gonna slip, Loma left, and cross, okay? I'm gonna switch stances. I'm gonna slip, Loma right, cross, okay? We're gonna reset every time. Let's pick it up. Let's go. Switch stances, southpaw. Slip, Loma, cross. Switch stances. I know it's not that practical, but it's to get the reps in. Both sides. And really work on agility. Later, I'll show you guys how to switch properly a little bit more. I gotta make sure I don't knock anything down behind me in my garage, right? The curtain's not just a nice backdrop. It's to hide all our junk behind there. There we go. Switch, slip, Loma, cross. Switch, slip, Loma, cross. Really good. Throw your body weight around, guys. Make him miss, make him pay, get that angle. Staying safe. Let's go. Switch. Try to stick that landing as best you can. If you have to, fix the feet. Right? You don't have to hold position like a statue. Switch. Slip, Loma, cross. Switch. Slip, Loma, cross. 2 more each, guys. Let's go. Push it. Push it. Slip, Loma, cross. 1 more each. Slip, Loma, cross. Last one. Let's go. Time. Whew. Great workout today, guys. That's a wrap. I appreciate you guys training with me and putting in the work, putting in the time, putting in the reps. As always, if you guys want more breakdowns, workouts, drills, and tips like this, check out my free community. I'll put the link down below. And I'll see you guys in the next round.